Some of it is covered by air. That is air. Basically, it is above the planet Earth. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. There's someone on the door. Give me a minute. Yeah, I'm back. So I was saying that you have got some area of the earth covered by land. Some of it is comprised by the water bodies, namely the oceans, lakes, rivers, all the water bodies. And then you have air on earth as well. So these are the abiotic components of the earth, right? And they are occupying some space on land, on earth. So the area that is occupied by the land, that is called as lithosphere. Getting it? The area of the earth that is occupied by the water, that is called as hydrosphere. And the area that is occupied by the air, that is atmosphere. Getting it? That is called as atmosphere. So these are the abiotic components of the earth, non-living components of the earth right now. Now, if you were to look at the living component of the earth, they are known to be living on land, under the land also. So microorganisms and insects, snakes, they make burrows and live under the land as well. In the water body also, living organisms are found, and in the air also, you have got living organisms like spores of fungus, different type of microorganisms. They are found to be present in air as well. So it is the life form that is found in all these three spheres, namely in the lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. So that is called as biosphere. The part of Earth on which life form is known to be found, that is called as biosphere. Bio simply refers to anything that is living. Bio refers to life. Is it clear? Sundar, are you able to understand this now?
Yeah, I was talking about biosphere reserve. I was
You're
talking
talking about
about that.
biosphere reserves.
Yeah,
Okay. You just said biosphere. Thereby I thought,
yes, sir.
okay, anyways. Let me explain that as well. See, what is a biosphere reserve, which we discussed in the previous class? See, biosphere reserve, it will be basically a large protected area of land which is meant for the conservation of wildlife, for preserving the biodiversity of that area, and also to preserve the traditional lifestyle of the tribal people that will be living in that area. Getting it, Sandas? That is the definition for biosphere reserve. That
Can
is
you
the
repeat it?
definition. Sure. As I said, that biosphere reserve is basically, it's a very large protected area in which you are conserving the wildlife, you are protecting the biodiversity of that area, and also you are protecting the traditional lifestyle of the tribal peoples living in that area. Getting it? Khadija, have you understood it, by the way? Sundar, too, tell me. You also tell me.
I got a definition about the other things I didn't get about biosphere reserve.
Okay, like what? Like biodiversity term, this term biodiversity.
No, no, like the other parts, like the zone and the
Okay,
other
okay.
things.
I got it. I got it. See, basically, it's not that much important, but generally, we observe that any biosphere reserve have different zones in it. For example, consider this whole bigger circle, this whole that this bigger circle that you see, that represents the area of a biosphere reserve. And in biosphere reserve, we have seen that it is meant for protection of wildlife also. It is meant for conservation, meant for preserving the traditional lifestyle of tribal peoples also. So you would find both tribal peoples also in this, and you will find wildlife also. But since it is especially meant for protecting the wildlife, so it is found in the innermost area of the biosphere reserve. So the innermost area of the biosphere reserve is called as the core zone or the innermost zone. Getting Sundus and Khadija. Here, it is meant only for protection of wildlife. No human activities will be permitted here. You can't do cultivation. You can't uh, cut the trees and burn them. You can't do any kind of activity inside the core zone. Then you go to the second zone. In the second zone, when you go to the second zone, here scientists can go in this zone. Let me highlight it using a different color so that you understand it properly. See this zone which I am highlighting, this is called as the middle zone or also known as the buffer zone. Here,
Then where is gold loan?
yes,
Where's like the first loan?
first one, this one. Let me write it also here. This is the first one. Okay, now this is the second one. And the outermost here, see this one. This one is the third zone. So you also as a tourist you can go in the second zone, but you won't be permitted to go inside the first zone. So scientists,
Also,
students, tourists can go here. Yes, Khadija.
I have a doubt. So, can scientists go in the core zone, or is that only for the wildlife?
It's only for the wildlife. Okay, na? Or suppose like some wild animals are sick here, so they will go there to treat them. Okay, na? Only for that purpose. So taking care of for in order to take care of them, they can go if there need be. But usually the core zone is meant only for wildlife. So basically, what happens in the wild area? Like usually when an animal is about to die or there's a weak animal, carnivorous animals would be hunting it down. So usually it is not seen that people would be going in the core zone. So only wildlife is found here. Getting it now? Or in rare cases, if there's a disease that is spreading in the animals, right now diseases spreads very rapidly in some animals also. So in order to protect them in that case, people might go there. But usually people won't be going there. Getting it, Khadija? Second zone, that is also called as the middle zone or the buffer zone. Only you can go there for research purpose or as a tourist. Talking about the third zone. In this third zone, non-destructive economic activities are permitted. Like tribal people will be doing cropping. They would grow some crops here, right? They would be doing, they would be making their mud houses. So these kind of activities are permitted here because it is meant for the tribal peoples also. I hope it is clear now. Sundus, is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. You guys must be aware of this also. What are the role of biosphere reserve, which we discussed in the previous class? And then a biosphere reserve might comprise of other protected areas in it also. Like what are the three protected areas? These are namely, first one is biosphere reserve, second is national park, and the third is wildlife sanctuaries. These are the protected areas now meant for the conservation of plants and animals, isn't it? So biosphere reserve is so big that it can consist of a national park and a wildlife sanctuary also inside it. Like if this is a biosphere reserve, so it might consist of a national park and might consist of a wildlife sanctuary also. So which is the largest area? Yes.
Yeah, I have a doubt in biosphere reserves. It's like there is like a big forest, or like suppose some animals have parts in it. Like suppose there is a deer, like a deer life, like the other animals like which are not I mean they are herbivores and
Hmm.
they are getting hunted by carnivores, so they
Hmm.
will have other parts of there, or like no, it's like a big forest in which all the animals are there.
Hmm. See, let me give one more important thing. See, basically, what you will find in a biosphere reserve now. Again, going back to this here. See, this is the innermost zone of a biosphere reserve, where you will have all kind of animals, right? This is the second zone, and this is the third zone. So you see that tribal people would be living in patches, they would be building some houses and living here. You might also think it's actually true to think that the wild animals, like suppose a lion or a tiger or a cheetah, can come out of this zone and it can hunt down the tribal people also. Right now, you may think so, but the thing is that it's a very large area. It's a very large area. So lions would not go very far in order to hunt down their prey. That's one thing. Second thing is that usually they would be protected by a fence like a structure. The tribal communities, they would be protected by a fence like a structure that would be keeping them safe. Are you guys able to understand this? And all kind of animals, whether it be herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous, birds, insects, every kind of animals, whether it be mammals or reptiles, will be found inside this protected area. Is the doubt clear, or the question was something else on this?
Yes, sir, the doubt is. So, like,
Mhm.
this is government plan, right? Or
Hmm. Yeah, the
it is
government takes care of the biosphere reserve.
okay.
Okay, and also when you go there as a tourist, government would be charging you also. So government earns from the tourist also right now. So that is the thing. That biosphere reserves are managed by the governments. Now we would be in a also one more important thing, like you will find that as I will be giving some examples of biosphere reserves found in different states. So you see, biosphere reserves, they will be maintained by both by the national government and by the state government also, in which they will be located. Like if you were to talk about the Panchmarhi biosphere reserve, it's a biosphere reserve which is found in the district in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So it is under the jurisdiction of the state wherever they are located. It would be majorly looked after by the state, because state would be earning the profit from the tourism. Are you guys able to understand what I'm trying to say? Like you go to Panchmari Biosphere Reserve, you go as a tourist there. As a tourist, you will be going there. So you'd be the money that will be giving will go to the government of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, now am I clear? Is it clear to all of you?
Sir.
Okay. Now let's look at some of the important biosphere reserves which we have. Also, I suppose you guys have prepared notes of whatever we have discussed so far. Okay, now
Yes.
so some important biosphere reserves. So the first one, you will be having Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserve. Biosphere Reserve. And where is it? It is in the Andaman and Nicobar Island. So the place, here is the name of the reserve, and here is the place. So it is found in the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Where is the Andaman and Nicobar Island? Is it in the Arabian Sea or is it in the Bay of Bengal? Yes. Where is the Andaman and Nicobar Island?
I
It's in
think
the
in
Bay.
Arabian Sea.
No, no, it's actually in the Bay of Bengal now. Okay, now it's in the Bay of Bengal. Do tell me, where is the Lakshadweep Island?
So
Is it in
that
the?
is in Arabian Island. So because in the map it shows.
See, basically, if you see, this is the southern part of India. This is Arabian Sea. Arabian Sea. This is Bay of Bengal. So here you are having Andaman and Nicobar Island is there. Okay. And here you will be having the Lakshadweep Island.
And Maldives is also. Sorry, not Maldives. It's one of the
Maldives
like.
is not there in the Bay of Bengal. It
Yeah,
is also in the,
sir, there was an island from MI.
okay, which island?
No, no.
So Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserve, it is in the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Then you have another important name, Kaziranga Biosphere Reserve. I'm writing in short. Stands for Biosphere Reserve. Okay, na? Where is it? It is in the state of Assam. Okay, na? So that is in Assam, to remember that. Then you have some more, like you have Sundarban. I think you guys can answer this one. Where is it, Khadija? Sundarban Biosphere Reserve. It is in West Bengal. Okay, now. Now you have some more, like Kanha Biosphere Reserve is also there. Are you guys noting it down or not?
Yeah, noting it down.
Kanha Biosphere Reserve, that is in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, now. And the most important, which is mentioned in the NCERT also, that is Panchmarhi Biosphere Reserve. That is again in Madhya Pradesh. So we will be for a short while, I mean to say, just in brief, we'll be talking about the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. See, Panchmari Biosphere Reserve, which is in the state of Madhya Pradesh, here the biodiversity that is found in the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve, it has got a very unique biodiversity. Biodiversity refers to variation in the life forms found in a given area. Like you go to a forest, you will find different kind of reptiles, different kind of birds, different kind of mammals, right now. So all kind of animal forms will be found, ranging from an ant to a elephant, right now, to an elephant. So different sizes, different species of animals are found, different species of plants are also found. So that is referred to as biodiversity. So it is in Madhya Pradesh, and it has got a very unique biodiversity. I'm writing only the bullet points, okay, no? Not the sentence. No. The plants and the animals which are found in the Panchmari Biosphere Reserves, they are similar to those plants and animals now that are found in the upper part of the Himalayan peaks, right now, and to those which belongs to the lower part of the Western Ghat of India. See what I'm saying. Say that this is the map of our India, let's say. Suppose this is the map of India, let's say. Okay, now. So here you have got the Himalaya, isn't it? This is where the Himalaya is located. Okay. This is the Western Ghat of India. And this is the Eastern Ghat of India. You guys understand the Western Ghat or the Eastern Ghat? In geography, you must have studied about this. Khadija and Sandus, have you guys heard of studied about this?
Yes, sir.
Good. And these are the Himalayas. Which is the highest mountain in the Himalaya? Which is the highest which is the highest mountain in the Himalayas? Any idea?
Everest.
It's very common. So
Is
many
it
people have
Mount
been.
Everest?
Obviously, it's Mount Everest. Mount Everest is in India or is it out of India? Outside of India?
It's in India.
It's in?
No,
No, not in India. It's in Nepal now. Okay, na? It is
okay,
in
okay.
Nepal. Getting it? So which is the highest mountain in India? Which is the highest peak in India then? Yes. If Mount Everest is not in India, so apart from Mount Everest, there must be some peak which is the highest peak in India. So Sundus and Khadija, tell me, which is the highest peak in India? It's Kanchenjunga. Okay, na? Write it somewhere in
What?
your copy.
Can you
I'm
repeat
writing
that
its.
down?
Yeah, I'm writing its spelling. Okay, now Kanchenjunga. And where is it located? It is located in the state of Sikkim. Okay, now in Sikkim. So do remember this fact. Okay. Let's to talk. Continue our discussion regarding this Panchmari biosphere reserve. So I was telling you that it has got the species. Those kind of plants and animals are found in this reserve, which are similar to those that are found in the upper Himalayan peaks, like in this upper Himalayas peak, and those that are found in the Western Ghats. So it has got quite a unique kind of plant and animals living in here. Is it clear to you guys? Let me write it. It would be better. It has unique plant and animal kinds which are similar to those found in upper Himalayas and in Western Ghat. Okay, na? So this is the special thing about it. Also, this biosphere reserve, it is very important. The biosphere reserve, basically, it is meant for like conserving and preserving areas. These are the areas which are biologically they are very important. So, conserving and protecting area, conserving and the preserving areas where you get to see a very rich biodiversity that becomes very important, and it makes them a part of our national heritage. So Panchmari Biosphere Reserve will also be consisting of some other important areas in it, other protected areas in it. Like this Panchmari Biosphere Reserve comprises of 2 wildlife sanctuaries and 1 national park. It comprises of 2 wildlife sanctuaries and 1 national park. Okay, note it down. Let me write its name as well.
So, like in all
See,
the biospheres in India, is it like the biggest among them?
is it the biggest? I don't think that it is the biggest. I think maybe Kaziranga Biosphere Reserve is the biggest reserve in India. Not sure about the biggest, but it is the oldest. About the talking about the Kaziranga. Okay, now I will have to look into it. We'll tell you guys in the next class. Okay, now you can note about this. It is the oldest. It is one of the oldest. I mean, oldest. Okay, you guys have noted all of this or not?
No, sir, in the last one.
Okay, note it down. I think mm, there is this biosphere reserve found in Gujarat. I think it is the biggest biosphere reserve in India. You guys do one thing after the class, make sure you confirm it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's a biosphere reserve found in the state of Gujarat, namely the Great Run of Kutch Biosphere Reserve. Great Run of Kutch Biosphere Reserve. It is in the state of Gujarat. It is in this state. So probably I think this is the biggest biosphere reserve of India. Okay, now you can add this one also. Today we'll be also talking about the tigers. Okay, now like World Tiger Day, when as it's celebrated, how much of population of tiger is found here in India, in which state how many tigers are found. Okay, now so those things also we'll be discussing today. Okay, you guys wrote, noted down all this or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. One important fact you would be noting down in the next page. Note down that as we were discussing about this moments ago, that there are two wildlife sanctuaries found and one national park. So the name of those two are as follows. Two wildlife sanctuaries. They are as follows. You have the Bori Sanctuary. The name is Bori Wildlife Sanctuary. W stands for Wildlife Sanctuary. And then you have the Panchmarhi Wildlife Sanctuary. Panchmarhi Wildlife Sanctuary. Note this down also. Talking about the national park, it has got one national park also. That is the Satpura National Park. Okay, now Satpura National Park. Make sure you memorize these names because it is asked in the exam sometimes. Another important thing about the biosphere reserves are that there are 18 biosphere reserves in India. How many? 18 biosphere reserves are found in India. Okay, now. Now, so there are few terminologies which you guys should know. Like now we are going to be talking about different kind of plants and animals found in these particular biosphere reserves. Like what are the special kind of plants and animals which are found in the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. So you see, whenever you talk about the different kind of plants that are found in a given area, they are referred to as flora of that area. They are referred to as flora of that area. So for example, in the biosphere, in the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve, we'll be looking at some of the flora found in there. Like you have wild mangoes, you have silver fern found in there, you have teak wood found in Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Then talking about the animal species found in a particular area. So whatever are the animal species which are found in a particular area, they are referred to as fauna of that area. So there will be some particular animals found in the Panchmadi Biosphere Reserve. We'll be discussing that also. And then later on, we'll be talking about endemic species also. Okay, do you tell me, have you guys noted it down or not?
I'm good.
Done?
I'm writing.
Okay, okay.
So I have a doubt.
Yes, Khadija.
Is Panchmari Wildlife Sanctuary in the biosphere?
Yes, it is inside the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. See, this whole area, this is the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Okay. Inside this, you have got two wildlife sanctuaries, namely the Bori Wildlife Sanctuary and the Panchmari Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay. These are the two wildlife sanctuaries found inside it. And then you have got one national park also, that is the Satpura National Park. So this is how the structure of basically Panchmari Biosphere Reserve would look like. Inside this, you have two wildlife sanctuaries and one national park. Is it clear? The wildlife
Yes.
sanctuary also is named after Panchmari. Okay, na? Now I was telling you about flora and fauna. Can I change the slides on this, and Khadija?
Yes.
Okay. See, what are flora and fauna? Flora and fauna, as I said, that basically the plants which will be found in a particular area, they will be referred to as flora of that area. The animals that will be found in that particular area will be called as fauna of that area. Like wherever you are living in that area, if some particular plants are found, you will say that the flora of this region is so and so, right now. So that is what it means. So talking about some of the flora of the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. So these are as follows. So if you go there, you will find silver fern is found there. If you have your NCERT book, you might see it from there. Silver fern is found there. You have teak wood also. You have wild mango trees, etc. These are some of the fauna found in Panchmari Biosphere. Flora found in that area. Okay, now talking about the fauna found in that area, these are as follows. Fauna, it is referred to plants or animals. Fauna is being referred to.
Plants.
It is
No, it's animals. I thought
animal
you were
of that
saying
particular area. Okay, okay, no issues. Animal of that particular area. So these are as follows. These are like blue bull is found there. You can found like some kind of wolf will be found there. You have a barking deer. Huh? Barking deer is found in that area. You have other kind of animals like you have cheetal. Okay, no?
What's the second one in flora?
Flora, it's teak, T-E-A-K. T-E-A-K. Teak wood, it's a kind of wood tree. It's the wood is very precious. You have another kind of fauna called as chinkara. Kind of chinkara looks similar to a deer. Okay, na? Now, next thing is that these are the general plants and animals that are found in that area. In fact, these can be found in other areas also, right now, excluding the wild mango. Now, you see that there are some group of living organisms that are found only in a particular area and they are nowhere else to be found in that area. Like, consider some species of plants and animals. For example, wild mango. Okay, na? Wild mango or the flying squirrel. These are flora and these are fauna which are found only in the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. They are nowhere else to be found. So endemic species, we are going to talk about the endemic species. What are the endemic species? Species of plants and by the way, I am using this word species. Do you guys understand what does species mean, by the way?
yes.
What does it mean?
It's basically like an animal, like
We talk in general, we say plant species, we say animals species also.
a group of organisms.
Yes, you are saying it correct. A group of organism, and there's more to it. Basically, first of all, you guys have noted all this. See, any group of organisms which can interbreed with each other and give birth to a new living organism of the same kind, like humans. Opposite male and female can interbreed and give birth to a new human baby. Or you have different animals which can interbreed and give birth to a new organism but has to belong to the same group. Dogs interbreed, dogs can interbreed between them to give birth to a new dog only. It's not like a monkey will be born. So those group of living organisms that can interbreed with each other and then give birth to a new organism belonging to the same group, like right now, that is called as species. Are you guys getting it? Can I change the slide? You guys have noted all this or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's understand what a species is. You see, they are dog, a male and a female dog. They can interbreed to give birth to a new dog. You have monkey, a male and a female monkey. They can interbreed to give birth to a living organism that will also be a monkey. So there are different groups of living organisms. These are different group of living organisms right now, and they are able to interbreed with each other and give birth to a living organism that belongs to the same group. It is also similar to the dog. It also has a tail. Huh? It also has other similar characteristics as compared to its parents. It's not like a monkey will be born. Getting it? So basically, species are groups of living organisms that interbreed with each other to give birth to a species. Similarly, in the case of plants, also what we can say, like using the seeds of a particular plant, for example, using the seed of a mango plant or a rosewood or basically a lily flower plant. Using this, you would be growing only a lily plant. It's not like a new plant will be a different kind of plant will germinate from the seed. So basically, when new living organisms are born and they belong to they are similar to its group, so that is called as a species. Is it clear? Let me write its definition. Sundus and Khadija, is it clear?
Yes, it's
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Okay. So a group of living organisms that can interbreed. Interbreed basically refers here to reproduction. Okay, na? That can interbreed with each other.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So only the same type of species can reproduce.
Exactly.
So
Only
they
the
can't do
same
it
kind of
with,
species.
so
Yes.
they can't do it with another species.
See, normally in the case of all the animals, it is true. Okay. Also, like in the case of plants, you might get confused, but you have to see, like normally when we talk about any kind of plant species, for example, consider the mango plant. So, what is the species of the mango plant? To what species mango plant belongs to? Okay, so you see that if you were to look at its scientific name, it is Mangifera indica. Mangifera indica. So Mangifera indica, commonly we call it mango. Commonly, what do you call it as? You call it as a mango. But the species is what basically here? The species is indica. This is the species to which it belongs. This is the genus to which it belongs. Again, you guys might be getting confused in this. Like, what is this genus and what is this species? Huh? You guys getting confused in this right now? See, basically, if you have two different kind of mango, like in market, you will find that different kind of mangoes are found. Right now, you have different kind of markets. Mangoes are available in the market. Getting it? Like in India, like particularly you will say like 15 different kind of mangoes are usually available in the market. Okay, now like some of them are having a parrot shape structure. I mean to say it's like very pointy and like kind of very greenish in color. For example, you have gulab khas, a kind of mango. It's the local name of a mango here in India. It's like gulab khas. So anyways, the basic thing I want to say here is that if the species is same, if the species is same, so thereby they can interbreed and give birth to a new kind of mango. Like on the same mango plant, you can find that you can grow different kind of mangoes on the same plant. So what happens in the case of plants, mangoes of different species, um, mangoes of different species can interbreed. I mean to say the seeds of different mangoes can interbreed to give birth to a mango of new kind. Are you guys getting it or not? In order to completely understand this now, first you will have to understand the 7-level classification given by Carl Linnaeus. Let me give you an idea about it. Like what is the 7-level classification given by Carl Linnaeus? Let's understand it by an example. Consider any organism. For example, now you can take lion or a fish. You can take anyone, but just like let's take an animal. For example, which animal you should take? Let's take a cat, for example. You see, first of all, now you will have the broadest classification called as domain. Then you have kingdom. Then you have phylum. Then you have class. Then you have order. Then you have family. Then genus. Then you have species. Now, see, talking about normally talking about a cat, for example, talking about a normal cat. See, the cat will belong to the kingdom called as animal kingdom. Okay, the cat belongs to a kingdom which is called as animal kingdom. Are you guys getting it? What kind of discussion I'm trying to have with you guys? The all life forms on earth have been categorized into different levels. The first level is the kingdom. Like we humans belong to the animal kingdom. Did you guys recall I did in the previous classes I had told you about the 5 different kind of kingdoms. You have animal kingdom, you have plant kingdom, you have fungi kingdom, you have monera kingdom, you have protista kingdom. So talking about a cat, the cat will belong to the animal kingdom. Okay. Then further you make another group in it, thereby it will belong to another kingdom called as, another group called as chordata. Then you break it down to another group called as mammalia, like it's a mammal. Cat is a mammal or not? Answer this to me. Sundus and Khadija, is cat a mammal or not? Hello?
It's a mammal.
It's a mammal. Okay. Then talking about its order. So we say that it is carnivorous in nature. So cat is a carnivorous or not? It can be omnivorous also, but in the order we classify it as to be carnivore. Then we talk about which family it belongs to. We say it belongs to the Felidae family. You say then which genus it belongs to. You say that it belongs to the Felis genus. Then what is the species? you see that it belongs to the Catus species. So normally you might say that it's a cat, but a scientist will call it as Felis catus. He will call it as a Felis catus. So what he has used in naming it, he has used the genus to which it belongs and the species to which it belongs. He found out to which genus he belonged. He found out to which catus he belonged. Thereby he gave its scientific name. Similarly, when we talk about humans normally your name is Sundus, your name is Khadija, your name is so and so. But from the scientific perspective, your name is, you are a human, so your scientific, you will be having a scientific name that is called as Homo sapiens. What is Homo here? Homo here is the genus to which humans belong. Sapiens here are the species to which you belong, to which you belong. So all the humans, they share the same species. All the humans are sapiens, so thereby they can interbreed and give birth to new living organisms. Obviously, the opposite gender, where the interbreeding will happen. So normally, when we talk about humans, like we belong to the animal kingdom. Right now, we belong to the animal kingdom. Our phylum is also chordata. Our class is also mammal. Are we not mammals? We
We're
are
mammals.
mammals now. Yes, right
We're
now.
mammals only, right?
Exactly. Then we talk about other things also. Like we see that talking about family. Our family is hominidae. Hominidae. Then our genus and species are as follows. It is Homo and sapiens. So basically, what happens now? See, consider this example. For example, a crocodile and a human. Stick with me, you will understand it. It might seem difficult, but it is easy to understand. Okay, na, Sandus and Khadija? Stay here with me. See, crocodile and human, what is common between both of them? What is common between both of them? Answer this. Sundus, are you not getting it? Hello.
Oh, yes, I'm actually
Uh,
not getting it.
See, okay, first answer this question to me. Now, what is common between a crocodile and a human? Both of them are animal, isn't it? Are they not animal? Obviously, they are animals now. So we categorize them in one common group. For example, we have categorized both of them in one group called as animal. But further, we see that there is some difference between them. Right now, like humans can stand upright, crocodiles cannot stand upright. Crocodile has got a tail, human does not have a tail. So first you find what is common between all the living organisms here, like these two are animals. But later on you see that you will later on now put humans in other groups, crocodile in other groups. Getting it? So we are categorizing animals based on the common characteristics which they share with each other. So similarly, talking about the cat and the human, both of them will be having same domain. They will be having same kingdom. They will be having same phylum. Right now, they will be having same class. Both of them are mammals in nature. But from order, they will be differing from each other. So basically, what I was trying to say here, that any living organisms that will be having same species, they are able to reproduce with each other. Like talking about the species of the cats and the humans, their species are different. Like the species of cats is cactus and that of humans it is sapiens. Just understand this much, it will be sufficient. Just answer this simple question to me. Is the species of cat and that of a human same or different? Yes, answer this. Forget all the discussion we had, just answer this to me. Is it same? Sundus and
Okay.
Khadija,
Can you repeat the
observe the
question?
names. Yes,
Can you repeat the question?
my question is that Is the species of cat and a human, is it same? Catus and sapiens. Obviously,
No,
they are different now.
it's
It's different from each other. It is Catus, it is sapiens. So since species are different, thereby they can't interbreed and give birth to a new living organism. It's an obvious thing. But if the species were to be same, so then you will see that they will be able to give birth to a living organism, and hence they will belong to the same species. Like consider the
see.
example of, yes, Khadija.
Aren't humans part of the animal kingdom and cats too?
Yeah, that's why we are not taking kingdom into consideration now. We are taking the lowest level of classification. We are talking about a species only. If we were to say that both of them are animals, yes, that is true. But their species needs to be same. Only then they will be able to reproduce with each other and give birth to a new living organisms. Right now.
Yes.
So if also everything has to match. Like you take a male and a female human, you take a male and female human, everything will be matching in them. I'm not talking about their body structure, I'm talking about the genus to which they will be belong, the family to which they will be belonging, the order, the class, the phylum, and the kingdom. These are terminologies. Now sometime I will be explaining that in detail. It will take quite some time. Just as of now, know that their species have to be same in order to take for reproduction to take place. Now, talking about the mango, a very special example, you will find that on a tree, you can see that grafting is done, isn't it? You guys must have studied about grafting in previous class. So there you find that mangoes, which are different to each other, they will be growing on the same plant. So actually, genus will be different in them, but their species will remain same. That's why you find that different kind of mangoes are growing on the same tree. So back to where we were at, we were talking about this species. I hope you guys have understood it. Sundus, did you got it? Khadija, did you got it?
Yes.
I don't get it.
Not getting it. Just in a general manner, just know this thing. Like a dog will be breeding with a dog. So to give birth to a new living organism, that will also be a dog, right now. So the dog and one dog and the second dog, all of them belongs to the same group, right now. So animals belonging to the same group, which will be interbreeding to give birth to a new living organism, that will also belong to the same group. They are called as species. Okay, now just keep that much in your mind. That will be sufficient. Okay. Let's to talk about the endemic species. What are the endemic species? See, endemic species are those species of plants and animals that are exclusively found in a particular area and nowhere else to be found. So that can be found in a particular small area, it can be found in a state, or it can be found in that country only. So that is called as endemic species, right? For example, polar bears are found only in the Antarctica or in the Arctic circles. So they are endemic to those areas right now. So a species of plants and animals that are exclusively found in a particular area, zone, or a country. So that is what endemic species mean. So for example, if you ever happen to visit this Panchmari Biosphere Reserve, you will find some endemic species of plants and animals there. For example, endemic plants are as follows, found in the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. So endemic plants. So there you will find you have wild mango tree. Wild mango tree is found there. Okay, now talking about the endemic animals found there. So you have this flying squirrel found in there. You can find flying squirrel can be found there. Bison can be found there. Okay, no. So these are endemic to that area. So hope it is clear. If there's any doubt, and please do let me know. Is it clear to both of you?
Yes, it's clear.
You guys noted all of this or not? You have flying squirrel. You have one more example. You have now a giant squirrel is also found there. Giant squirrel. So these are some of the endemic species found in that area. So they are found naturally in this area only, right? Now you see that there are so many factors which are now endangering the species of these endemic plants. These are endemic to that area, but nowadays what are happening? Despite the government laws, despite the prohibition, in some biosphere reserves, you would see that people would be cutting down the trees. People would be still be cutting down the trees. Also, if there is to be introduction of new kind of species in that area, suppose in the Panchmari Biosphere Reserve, if new kind of species of
I
animals
will
were to
try
be
to.
introduced, yeah, if new species of animals were to be introduced in that area, which would be suppose hunting the giant squirrel or the flying squirrel, so that will pose a danger to their survival. Getting it, guys? Also, in the vicinity of the biosphere reserve, I mean to say, close the as you know that the population of the human population is increasing, so people would start settling near to the biosphere reserve also. So if human settlements start to grow near the biosphere reserve, so that will also pose a danger to the existence of endemic species. So their natural habitat will be getting disturbed, because if people were to cover the forest areas and build settlements nearby to the biosphere reserve also, so it will pose a danger to their survival, and in the near future they might vanish also. Okay, no? Next we will be discussing about wildlife sanctuary. Wildlife sanctuary, now sanctuary basically any place. Sanctuary, the word itself means a place of safety. So wildlife sanctuary means the place where wild animals remain safe. So a wildlife sanctuary will be a protected area of land which will be created for the protection of wild animals in their natural environment. Getting it now? Where hunting will not be
Or is it
permitted.
like same like biosphere reserve in which
Uh,
the area of that?
See, in biosphere reserve, no, Sundars, we talk about tribal population also. We talk about the wildlife also. So it is quite different, and it is smaller in size as compared to biosphere reserve. You guys noted all of this? We will be meeting in the next class. Okay. Okay. So that's it for today. Allah Hafiz.